Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday and Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us this fabulous Monday. It's so gloomy out, but at least it's not snowing, I have to say.
Yeah. So, welcome to 2025. We have a whole new year of creativity to bring you, and we're excited to be here. So, yeah, my name is Rebecca Bertoldi. I'm a digital marketer,
I'm Tara Bratz, interior designer for residential commercial properties.
and we are here to get creative. So, one of the things we love to start off with is our coffee cups. Tara, you want to go first?
Sure, I'm super excited about mine. Ready? Look
Yes.
how artsy this is. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
It's so artsy. Now, I have to tell you, my son bought it for me for Christmas. So
Oh,
thank you, Foster and Casey, his girlfriend. We got to spend Christmas together this year, so it was very nice. And they gave me a mug, and they wanted to see it on the show. So thanks for following me. I
nice.
appreciate it. Love you guys.
And that's funny because because of the show, I got some coffee mugs as well. This one is so freaking cute. So it is a Friends are the gardeners of our soul. It's a little flower pot, and it comes with this adorable shovel. Look at this thing.
I love it.
Cute.
I love it.
And my husband is already trying to claim the shovel as his own, which, if you're watching, it's not yours. But
That's
yeah, I have some fun mugs to share over the next few weeks. So it's really cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we are in our new year, and I don't know about you guys, but I have been, refreshing my goals and trying to figure out what I want to achieve this year. And, this show is a big part of that. And it's allowing us to really get creative. And we have been talking with people and getting them to sign up to be guests on the show. So we're going to have, new people here, and we'll have new tips and things for you to do at home. And yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit today about kind of like what our goals are for the year. And I can start if you want, Tara. So for
Sure.
me, I really wanted to, I took a big look at my business and really went deep on what I want to be doing every day. Like that was a big thing for me. It's like, how do I really want to spend my time every day? And what I had decided is, I've been in marketing for like over 20 years. So for the longest time, I have been doing all of the actual implementation of everything. And I would love this year to switch from doing that to doing the strategy part of it. And then the implementation would go to a team. And it's a big switch for me, to be honest. Like it's not just about coming up with the right team. I mean, that's a big part of it. But for me, it was also like, how do I get everything out of my head and get it into
Mhm.
something that somebody else can come in and actually do the work on? So for me, I had to get creative with that. And luckily, when you're a business owner, you do tend to know other business owners and you can tap into their skills. Like this is the great thing about networking groups and things like that. You have access to people that have other strengths that maybe you're not good at. So I actually talked to my friend Joy, who gave me that coffee mug, by the way, and she's probably watching. Um,
Love it, Joey. Love it. Love it.
and Joy is really organized, and she has to set her things up so that her husband and their team member there can go out and do service calls. They have a business machines business, and it's really like in her world, like she has that system down. So it's easy for her staff to know exactly what to do. So I tapped into her for that. And we actually came up with like one small tweak that I could make that so much easier. And my sticking point was I wanted to be able to get proper notes from my phone calls because I do a lot of Zoom calls all day. So I wanted to be able to get proper notes from those calls and get them into my project management software. And I went into Zoom, and all I had to do was turn on this thing that says it'll take notes for me. And that's it. So now I can take that and copy that right in, and whatever changes came up in that meeting would be there in the notes. So I mean, sometimes we're just like one change away or a couple tweaks away from really being able to propel forward. So I felt like that was a really good tip that she gave me, that she helped me to kind of figure out. And then the other cool thing that I did to prepare my business was I created a bunch of AI tools, guys. And it was really great because I've set these packages up, and I wanted to be able to streamline the process of, after we go through and collect all the information, and putting it into something cohesive. And I set up an AI tool to do it for me. So I'm super excited about that. And there's a lot of great things coming this year. So I'll keep telling you guys as we go. I could talk all day about all the new changes coming, but that's not why you're here. So, so yeah, Tara, talk to us about some of your goals for the year.
Sure. Well, right now I'm looking into sort of building my business out a little bit further. And what I mean by that is, I've been working since 2007 on my business, and I've come a long way it was a long journey, but I've made it this far. And I would really like to give back to the community a little bit more this year, where I could try to focus more on nonprofit, or, anybody that kind of needs my design skills. So I would like to find like an organization, maybe Make-A-Wish Foundation or something to that effect, where I could help support somebody that may be in need of, maybe new space. They need some help with decor, or just need some help within the process of their journey. Maybe they're just starting out and they need some guidance. So that's something that I would like to look into this year. But also, so when I have a project, I have several storage units and places for my furnishings for staging, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I also have a big barn that needs some work on it. And it's a great barn. I love it. I enjoy being out there. Is it heated? No. So it's freezing out there, and it's very hot in the summertime. But I had horses before. So, it was used as a horse barn, but it's actually really good, structured, sound barn that I need to be able to get my furnishings in there. So I keep it under one umbrella. It would just make my life a lot easier. So I'd be organized, and everything will just be in one place. So I can back the truck up, load it, and off I go. So I guess to answer your question and to express where my journey needs to go this year, those would be probably the two places I would probably focus on. I'm also looking to connect with some contractors. I would love to work with several contractors and really get myself out there more so this year, working in homes and, even commercial properties. My main goal, and hopefully I can accomplish it this year, is to design a coffee house, coffee shop, something to that effect. I have such an amazing ideas for that space. And I keep putting it out there. So hopefully by the end of this year, I can talk about a coffee shop.
Okay. Very cool. And for the contractors, maybe go hang out outside of Home Depot at like 6 a.m. Just point out your card.
I don't know if I'll make it at 6 a.m., but.
So those are great goals. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I stopped setting resolutions necessarily a while ago, but I do have, goals. And because I felt like resolutions would just taper off. I think it's like 21 days is the amount of time that New Year's resolutions last on average. So I wanted something that can really put me through and get me going for the year. So those goals seem to work. And honestly, I started working on those goals in October. So it wasn't like, getting ready for launching these new packages and things like that. It takes a while to get those things set up. And I
It
remember
does.
even like I was starting to redo my website around Thanksgiving, and I could have tried to push through and get it all done in one shot during Thanksgiving break, but I kept stopping myself, and I'm like, this is not how you want to roll this new thing out. So I had to remind myself to be patient and to do a better job instead of just throwing it all together. Because that's anyone that builds websites, in a lot of cases, you don't like your own websites. Or you do for just a little while, and then you're like, I don't like it anymore. It's one of those things like marketers. Sometimes, we're good about looking in at other people's businesses and seeing it from the outside. But when you're trying to do stuff for yourself, it can be hard. And that's why, hiring, like, marketers will hire other marketers because they're not looking at it in the same way that they would look at their own business.
I could
So
probably add to that too. In
yeah.
my world, I'm out helping everybody in their houses, making their houses pretty, and then I come home and I'm rearranging my furniture constantly. So I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
because I think it's because we all know every avenue that we can take.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as design, I know every avenue of design. I know rustic, urban, French country, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Eclectic, which is probably where I would say I'm at home, but it's hard because I was like, there's times when I like this picture on the wall and then I want to
Mm-hmm.
move it, or I can't ever shut it off. So I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. It can be a little challenging in your own world. I suppose it's why a carpenter never fixes their house,
Right.
or it's
Yep.
never ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's definitely, yeah, it's a weird thing. And is where somebody else and pull that information out. It's, a matter of getting it out of ourselves. Our brain will just go off and think about other, I want to do this because of this, where if we're leaning on our expertise and giving us what we need. So
True, and you're focused. You're focused on that, on what they want to accomplish, right? So for
mhm.
us, it's difficult. Like I remember I took a ceiling fan down because I can't stand ceiling fans, but some people may like them. So I have to use them in some areas. However, in my home, you will not see a ceiling fan. But I had a hole in my ceiling for such a long time that my son was like, "Are you serious? Aren't you ever going to get a light for that spot?"
That's funny.
And then my daughter just got sick and tired of it, and she was watching every light possible that I was looking at and just bought me one. And I love it. So, but it's because I didn't want to get tired of a light and I couldn't make my mind up.
Mm-hmm. Like my business cards, that's another thing. I keep creating business cards that I hate. And
Yeah,
they look okay in the
but you
moment.
could
And
do
then once I get them in, I'm like,
right.
that's not really me. It's not, it's not reflecting who I am. So I have to
I
do another
know.
round of that, actually.
That's how it goes. That's why I go to Mohegan Sun sometimes. So I can just shut off all my design. There's nothing to decorate there.
Yeah. They've done
Nothing.
plenty of decorating there.
They did a great job. They don't need me to keep rethinking.
So yeah, so those are some of our goals. If you guys have some goals, put them in the chat. Tell us what you're working on for 2025, and we can see how we can help you reach your goals. Especially if they're creative, we can try to find some guests that align with them. Bring other
Mhm.
people on, and yeah. So I wanted to give you guys a tip because I've been finalizing my report on what's trending for 2025 with marketing. And one of the biggest things that this shift has been happening for a while, but they're saying this year is going to be like the year. People want to do business with people they trust. They are done with the, no faced corporations, and they want to really do business with authentic people. So it's one of those things, like I can remember just even 15 years ago in business, that you shouldn't, well, it wasn't common for people to be really sharing their personal life in their business or showing anything um, kind of even behind the scenes ish. But now it's a completely different story, and people want to know. They don't need to know what you're doing like every minute of the day, but they want to see that the person they're working with is also a good person outside of work,
Right.
and not just putting an act on. So
And a
my
real person.
yeah, exactly, an authentic person. And
Yes. I agree.
I mean, for you especially, Tara, like you put so much heart into everything that you create. There's always a
Mhm.
piece of you in your work, but the way you present yourself everywhere you go is the same. You are still that creative being everywhere that you are.
Right.
So it matches all every step of the way.
Mhm.
I remember, way back when feeling like, because I had gone through a lot of different things with my first marriage and all, and I wasn't the happiest person, and I would fake it so much to be on a call with a client, and it wasn't like it was all Zoom back then. It would either be a phone call or it's in person. So it would require, especially in person, require me to really what I felt like was just like really faking it and trying to put that smile on my face. Um, and I'm not saying right now to go and market yourself, crying your eyes out. That's not where I'm heading.
Right,
But
right, right.
I think that people, I just felt so mismatched, and I'm sure that came through as well. Because like you could see me in a meeting and I'm all happy and chipper and all that, and then I have the worst road rage leaving your office. You know what I mean? Like there was such a disconnect there. So really feeling like you're putting your authentic self out there and letting people know who you are on the inside, and that's going to go a long way this year in your business.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But it's also representing your business, right? So
Mhm.
you're the face of your business. And what do you want everyone to see?
Right.
So you're walking around, that's your business. That's who you are. You are the symbol of your business.
Hmm.
So, you have to remember that it's kind of like you're walking around representing yourself all the time. So you have
Yeah,
to be very, very careful how you want everybody to see you.
definitely. I mean, you are your brand. I've always said like I wanted to get like my website or something on my car, especially when I used to drive around all the time. But I'm like, not until I grow up a little bit more and stop cutting people off and things like that. I can't do that yet. So once I get there,
Oh
I'm
my
almost there.
goodness. Oh.
So yeah, it's going to be a big trend this year. So whoever you are, let it shine.
That's right. That's right. I agree.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do
So
you
what
have
do you
any
have going on
tips?
this week? Do you
I
have a lot
am going to
going
be
on?
slammed this week just because I took a bunch of time off in between the holidays. So we're getting back to business as usual now.
Right,
Um,
right.
but I did want to ask if people are looking to maybe refresh their room or refresh something for the new year. Um, do you have any tips on like, I don't know how to say it, like I don't know, like if I wanted to feel a certain way, if I want to bring more joy into my house, are there any
Right. Or
things
just
that, yeah.
or maybe just declutter, right? It's the
Oh,
beginning of the year. Declutter whatever you're not using or you haven't seen in a long time. Maybe it's time, for you to just move it aside. And I know I found this great and I'll have to get the proper name of it. I'm not really sure what the name of the store is called, but it's a consignment shop in Old Saybrook. And they actually take clothes, but they also take home decor.
oh, that's
So that's
interesting.
a great way to, take your items down there and maybe get, some money for them or, yeah,
Yeah.
I would just say declutter, move things around. You know, I always say, like, if you have an empty space in your room, it's okay. You don't have to fill each corner of your room. Space is all right to have. It's clean. It's not feeling like it's closing you in a room.
Mhm.
I prefer neutral colors on the walls. So I'm going to be the one that says, paint everything white, paint everything cream. And I just feel like, because if you were to paint a color, and I know I do talk about this a lot within my business, but if you go and pick a color, say you pick ink blue for an example, you're stuck with that color in that bedroom or in
Yeah.
that living room. Now you have to use blue pillows. And what goes with blue, right? Maybe
Mhm.
some gold, maybe some yellow. But you are stuck with a color that you would have to repaint to get rid of that color. So my suggestion for the new year would be neutral colors on your walls,
Mhm.
accessories throughout. You can intertwine with different colors, add colors, pull colors, but you're not sitting there with a paintbrush every time you want to change that room.
That's a great tip.
So I would say start decluttering, get rid of what you do not want or need anymore. Neutral colors plays a big role in the new year. And Valentine's Day is coming up, so you could add, and you don't have to go all out with everything red and hearts. You could
Right.
have one small red pillow on your sofa and a cream wall, and it's gonna pop.
Mhm.
I left my red curtains up from Christmas. I'm going to keep them up until after Valentine's Day. And then I'm going to pull out my red pillows. So, you can keep some that you have out for your Christmas, but you can also add texture to that too. Cream texture pillows with your red pillows, maybe a heart pillow.
Hmm.
But you don't have to go out and have everything hearts or
Right.
everything decor, because then it becomes way too much and very overwhelming.
Definitely.
Sometimes I walk into a house and they have decor out, but they have like so much decor out. It's too much. And
Mhm.
it's too many little things. It's okay to have one thing on the counter. You don't have to have everything on a counter.
Yeah.
Um, of course, unless that's something that you want in your home, and that you use quite a bit. But, that's probably my suggestion is just neutral decluttering for the year to come. And, poppy colors are coming out. So I'll show you some of my tips coming ahead within spring. I just did some of my poppy colors on my porch. So I'll share you some tips on that next time.
Very cool. Very cool. And to add to that, because I am one that I have a kind of a neutral colored couch. It's like a gray, and then I like to change out the pillows. But there's no
Correct.
place in my house to store a gazillion freaking pillows. So what I do is I get different pillow covers, and that's how I change
Okay.
those. Now they're not always going to be as stylish or have as some of the ready-made pillows have a little bit more detail and stuff, but it does the job, and it means I only have to keep a set of 8 pillows. So
Correct.
yeah,
See, that's why I need my barn finished so I can store stuff and keep it
yeah,
all together. So
I
I'm
can't
gonna
wait for
start
that.
working on that.
That's
I
going to be like
can't
a
either. I
full
have it all designed. I have it
on.
all designed. I know exactly what I want it to look like. I just need to find that one construction crew or handyman or contractor that, you know, puts their hand up.
Nice. Okay. Well, awesome. Thank you for that tip. Um, what are you doing this week?
Well, I'm super excited. I'll be in Middletown. Maybe not so much in person, but in my head, I'm doing over a sunroom for this fabulous friend of ours. And I am super excited about it. I walked in a couple weeks ago to see the space, and it's a nice sunroom.
Hmm.
Painted walls are yellow, and so I'll be working with yellows and navy blues and blues, creams. I know she did say she wanted some reds, so we'll pop some colors of red in there. But I did find a great, fabulous area rug. I cannot wait to show her, and hopefully she likes it because I'm playing off of that.
Nice.
So the rug is the base of it's cream, but down the center of it is
Mhm.
flowers, and
Ooh,
they are in all different colors of blue.
ooh,
High, it's a high piled rug. It's very well made. But I was so excited to find it. I just grabbed it and I could see a cream sofa with navy blue chairs alongside of it and just building up the room. But I'm really looking forward to that. So today I will be out looking for sofas, accent chairs for her. I'm working on that today and tomorrow. Um, so that has been a really good focusing point for me. I found
nice.
pillows for her, some design decor already. I just find the big pieces. So that's to
Excellent.
come this week. And then I am also in North Stonington, and we have a popcorn ceiling and very outdated house that I need to bring up to today's date. But we'll
Mhm.
get there. It's going to be a long, slow process, but baby steps to get there. So that is, of course, in Stonington. So maybe a little bit more beachy, maybe a little bit more
Hmm.
shoreline, but not to the extreme. Because again, when I say beachy and to the extreme, you want to do it in not so much of a high like pattern of design where it's like all shells or all birds
Right,
or
right.
all seashells. You don't really want that. You want just accents of little here and there. But that's what I'll be doing this week. And of course I'm at Palmer Street putting up curtains and curtain rods with a handyman, and we finally got the outside kind of where we want. I know Hyde Park, which is a landscaping company, a big shout out to them. They've been helping me quite a bit there as well.
Nice.
um, Getting the flower boxes together. Handyman Chris, thank you for the flower boxes that you created and built for me. So everything's coming together, and little by little I'll be able to present all of that a little bit more and show some photos. It's actually been such a fabulous project for me, and yes, I've been talking about it for so long, but sometimes things like this do take a while so that you can tweak them the right way.
Hmm.
And the homeowner has been excellent with me. He's been working right by my side and kind of giving me free reign. So it's been great being able to express myself through that project.
Excellent. I can't wait to see the
Yeah,
finished
so
products. Yeah, we'll go in
I
and take some
know, I
pictures
can't
and
wait
share
to
with
show.
everyone.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. Maybe even we do like a live video there or something. It's going to be fun. I'm going to reach out to the day newspaper, so we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So there's some exciting things. I would like to have an open house there so people could come in and view. Homeowners completely up with it and so excited to have that happen. So I would like to have all the contractors and everybody that had participated in this project to be there as well. So there's a lot going to happen with this project for sure.
Very cool. Yeah, there needs to be like an open house or ribbon cutting or something. Let the public
Yeah,
come in and see
it's
it.
super exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
awesome.
For
That's amazing.
Norwich anyway.
Yes.
Norwich area needs this, so
Yeah.
it's good.
Amazing.
Yeah, how about yourself? What else is going on? Anything? I know you said you're really busy, but
I am. So I'm kind of in that, as I had mentioned, I'm looking to do more of the strategy and have a team kind of pick up that, do the actual implementation. So I have been, it's a very busy space to be in when you're making that transition because you're at a weird spot where, I can accept more work in because the team is there, but I am still working on some stuff myself that there just wasn't budget to send out to the team because I had whatever. So I had initially signed up to do it myself, but you get the idea. So it's a weird space to be in.
yeah,
It's one of those crazy busy spots, and I think after January we should be good.
good, good,
Yeah.
good, good. Yeah. January feels like it's such a long month, but if you think about it, it's going to be March before we know it. It'll be
Oh, I
here
know.
so fast.
Absolutely.
So, we all just have to stick together and get through January, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for me, like I think getting back into my routine right now is going to help out a lot because I've just been,
Yeah.
I went through like 2 weeks of I didn't know what day it was. You know, so it's those things that I kind of just get like kind of not off track, but a little off track because you're just I can get way more done when I'm on my regular schedule. Like I'm just that more efficient. But when I'm
Right,
not,
right.
I mean, I was on vacation, so I wasn't really supposed to be so efficient, I guess. But yeah, I still
That's
wanted to
all
be.
right. I think we kind of were all there, and
Yeah.
I have some clients that were celebrating Hanukkah, so I didn't want to interrupt their
Yeah.
holiday as well. So I kind of pulled off of that. So
Right.
now it's a new start to get everybody on board and get back to working and getting projects finished and completed. So
Yeah.
Norwich projects will be completed this week, so I'm excited about that. So
Yeah.
I'm good on my end. I just feel like just keep moving forward and
Yeah.
everybody out there, just remember to be kind to one another. That is super important in this day and age. It's
Mhm.
so tough out there. Um, but yeah, smile, of course, goes a long way.
Yeah, you really never really know like how your actions impact other people negatively or positively. So even if you're in a crap mood and you just happen to flip somebody off, it could be their worst day ever and they just got flipped off and they burst into tears. You know, it's one of those things that we don't know what other people are going through, so just be
It's so
nice.
true. It's so true. And even when I'm walking in a store, it's okay to smile to people.
Mhm.
Maybe they need that for the day.
Yeah.
Maybe they need a smile from you. And a lot of people kind of, you can see them kind of look at you and then they smile back,
Mhm.
but you can tell that it's delivered in a way that I would hope that smile means something to them that day. So it's always be kind and remember if something's going on, you have to be careful because again, like what Rebecca said, you don't know what they're going through. Some people could
Mhm.
be very sick inside, but on the outside you cannot see that.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. Like I had a friend of mine, her husband's mom passed right before Christmas, and they're just devastated. So they're just struggling
Yeah.
to get through each day right now. And that's unfortunately a pretty common story with people around the holidays. Um, so just be kind.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for tuning in for our first episode of 2025. And we will have, like I mentioned, some guests coming up soon. And yeah, we're here to get creative with you.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Enjoy your week. Any last words, Tara?
No, just have a fabulous week. And again, we always appreciate your support and joining us on our Mondays. So we look forward to seeing you next Monday. Have a great week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.